For today's homework, you're going to practice the Demeter pose with 3 apneas and 3 rest breaths between each apnea. I'm also going to layer in an arm movement on the final apnea, so see if you can follow along. We're going to lead from the heel of the hand and we're going to swipe this inside of the bubble. The arms will come all the way back onto the floor. You'll hold it for what you can, and then when you'll need to take a breath, you'll inhale and you'll exhale and bring the arms back down to the start position. But we'll do that on the 3rd and final apnea, okay? So let's get started. All right, as we set ourselves up, you know the feet are about a hand's distance width away from each other. They're going to be upright and parallel since we're not standing on them. We're going to have the pelvis in neutral, so we create that triangle with the heel of the hand on the hip bones, index fingers on the pubic bone, thumbs towards the midline, making sure our triangle is flat. We don't want it pointing up towards the ceiling, otherwise our back is towards the floor. We don't want that triangle to be pointing towards the floor, otherwise we have too much of an arch in the low back. So we're like, okay, bringing the heels a little closer to the bum or further away from the bum in order to find that nice neutral position. We need to keep this neutral position through the whole series. So here, we're going to now put our arms into position. The fingertips are lining up with the armpits. Shoulder blades are away from each other. They don't have to be at shoulder height. They can be a little bit lower, anywhere within this range, as long as they're maintaining that nice out and open shape. Yeah, as if you're inside that bubble and spreading it nice and open. All right, here we go. We're going to go for rest breath 1 to inhale. Feeling the rib cage expand. Exhale as they glide back in towards the midline so the domes rise as you lengthen and grow. We'll go for rest breath 2 to inhale. And exhale, exhale. Here's our 3rd and final breath to inhale. Exhaling as everything recoils back inwards and upwards as you lengthen. And you go into apnea. When you're in apnea, you hold it, hold it. It's a little act of spreading the arms out and open, lengthening through the center. Sometimes people need to look down with the eyes the tiniest little bit. You hold it for what you can, and we're going to inhale here for rest breath 1. Exhaling, ribs glide back in towards the midline as you lengthen. Here's rest breath 2 to inhale. It doesn't have to be huge. Feeling just to the point where the bra strap, it relaxes underneath. You're going to exhale. Here's our 3rd and final breath to inhale. And exhale, exhale. You lengthen and grow, and you go into apnea. When you're in apnea, you hold it a little, spreading open. Remember, the fingers are lightly spread open. Good lengthening, and when you need to take a breath, you're going to inhale for rest breath 1. You're going to exhale, ribs glide back in towards the midline as everything recoils back inwards and upwards, and you lengthen. We'll go for another breath to inhale. And exhale, so you lengthen and grow. All right, I'm going to give you one more breath. We're going to inhale here for the final breath. You're going to exhale as the ribs glide back in towards the midline, effortlessly as you lengthen, pelvis in neutral, and you go into apnea. When you're in apnea, see if you can move your arms. You're going to little reach with the heel of the hand, or the heel of the hand's what's initiating the movement, pulling everything up. The arms are going to go all the way to the floor. You hold it, hold it, hold it for what you can, maintaining your neutral pelvis. And when you need to take a breath here, let's inhale for rest breath 1. And you exhale and come back to your start position. And there you have your first day's practice of 3 apneas in your Demeter position. And we added a little progression with the arm movement. Enjoy the rest of your day.